Hey there, welcome back to edAmplify, your go-to channel for all things growth, learning, and taking your professional skills to new heights. Today's session is a special treat because we are delving into the fascinating realm of the art of effective leadership in public administration. Now, if you've been on this channel before, you know we're all about turning every day into a learning experience. And if you're new, well, first things first, hit that subscribe button to join our community of curious minds. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up. Alright, let's get down to business. We've got an online program lined up that's a game changer, The Art of Effective Leadership in Public Administration, a comprehensive guide. Whether you are a seasoned pro looking to fine-tune your leadership chops or a newbie eager to soak in some knowledge, you are in the right place. I promise you, by the end of this, you'll be armed with insights you can apply straight away. And, of course, I've got some tips and tricks up my sleeve that might just be the secret sauce you've been looking for. If you find them valuable, a thumbs up is all we ask. It keeps us motivated to bring you more. So, grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's dive into this adventure together. It's not just about leadership, it's about mastering the art of it. Ready? Let's roll. So, imagine you're gearing up for a grand adventure in the world of public administration. Now, just like any explorer needs a map, any aspiring leader in this field needs some guidance. That's where this comprehensive guide comes into play. Consider it your trusty compass in the realm of public sector leadership. We're not just talking about leadership here, we're talking about effective leadership, the kind that can make or break success in the complex world of public administration. This guide is like a backstage pass, giving you an exclusive look at the art of leadership in this unique setting. Think of it as a crash course, but a friendly one, filled with insights and strategies to help you navigate the challenges and seize the opportunities that come your way. So, buckle up for a journey where we'll unpack the key principles and practices that set the stage for impactful leadership in public administration. It's not just about theory, it's about real-world application. As we dive into this, imagine you're getting insider tips from seasoned leaders, paving the way for your own success in the public sector. Ready to explore the ins and outs of leadership in public administration? Let's dive in and uncover the secrets that make leaders shine in this dynamic field. Understanding public administration. Alright, let's break down this idea of public administration in a way that feels like a friendly chat. So, think of public administration as the engine that keeps the government running smoothly. It's not just about having policies on paper, it's about making sure those policies actually happen. Now, imagine this, you're the captain of a ship, and that ship is the government. Public administration is like navigating that vessel through the sometimes stormy seas of policies and programs. It's not just about steering, it's about making sure you have enough crew, the right equipment, and a solid plan to reach your destination. Strategic planning is like plotting your course on a map. You want the most efficient route, avoiding obstacles and using your resources wisely. And speaking of resources, you need to be like a budgeting wizard. Imagine you have a limited stash of snacks for the journey. You want to make sure they last and everyone gets a fair share. But here's the heart of it, public service. It's not just about getting the ship where it needs to go. It's about making sure everyone on board is well taken care of. That means understanding the needs of the community you are sailing for. It's like being a really attentive host at a party, making sure everyone's having a good time. Now, effective leadership in this world is like being the superhero of public administration. You need to know your public policy spells, understand the rules of governance like a pro, and have a keen sense of what the people want. It's not just about giving orders, it's about inspiring and guiding your crew to do their best work. So, in a nutshell, public administration is like being the captain of a big, policy-driven ship. You need a solid plan, smart resource management, and a genuine dedication to serving the folks on board. It's a bit of a juggling act, but when done right, it keeps the ship sailing smoothly towards a better tomorrow. Qualities of effective leaders. Imagine the best leaders in public administration as the real MVPs, those who bring a unique blend of integrity, transparency, and accountability to the table. It's like they have the secret sauce that makes them stand out. First things first, integrity is their compass. They're the folks who do the right thing when no one is watching. Transparency is their language. They believe in keeping things clear and open, no hidden agendas here. And accountability? It's not just a word in their dictionary, it's a way of life. They own up to their actions and decisions, no passing the buck. But wait, there's more. These leaders are like trust-building wizards. Imagine them weaving a spell that makes people believe in them. They're not just making decisions, they're building bridges and fostering collaboration. It's like they have the knack for turning a group of individuals into a united force. And guess what's in their leadership toolkit? Exceptional communication skills. They can convey complex ideas in a way that everyone gets it. It's not just about talking, it's about connecting. Adaptability as their middle name. In the ever-evolving world of public administration, they're the chameleons, adjusting to whatever curveball comes their way. And let's not forget the commitment to ethical decision-making. It's like their superhero cape. They don't just make decisions, they make the right ones that stand the test of scrutiny. So, in this leadership arena, it's not just about holding a position, it's about embodying these traits. It's about being the leader people not only follow but believe in. It's a bit like being the captain of a ship, navigating through challenges with a crew that trusts you at the helm. That's the magic of effective leadership in public administration. Strategic decision making. Being a leader in public administration is like steering a ship through ever-changing waters. It's not just about reaching a destination, it's about charting a course that aligns with the goals of the organization and, crucially, leaves a positive impact on the community. Think of these leaders as captains, not just of an organization but of a community's well-being. They don't make decisions in isolation. They're like navigators, constantly analyzing complex data and taking into account a spectrum of perspectives. It's not a simple task, it's a bit like solving a puzzle where every piece represents a stakeholder, each with their unique needs and concerns. And here's the thing, it's not just about the here and now. Effective leaders in public administration have a bit of fortune teller in them. They need to anticipate the long-term ripples of their policies and initiatives. It's like looking through a crystal ball to foresee how today's decisions might shape the community's future. But it's not all smooth sailing. Challenges arise, budget constraints, differing opinions, unexpected hurdles. Yet, effective leaders don't just weather the storm, they navigate through it with a focus on sustainable solutions. It's not about quick fixes but about choices that stand the test of time, making the community stronger, more resilient. So, in the world of public administration, leaders aren't just decision makers, they're visionaries, community builders, and strategic navigators. They don't just lead, they guide toward a better, more sustainable future. Building high-performing teams. Imagine being part of a team where each member isn't just a cog in the machine but a valued contributor, where diversity isn't just a buzzword but a celebrated reality. That's the kind of workplace magic effective leaders create. It's not about hierarchy, it's about harmony. These leaders are like conductors in an orchestra, bringing out the best in every instrument. How? By weaving a tapestry of diversity, inclusion, and empowerment. They don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk, making sure everyone's voice is not only heard but valued. It's not a solo performance, it's a symphony of collaboration. Ever been in a place where your strengths are not just noticed but applauded? That's the kind of environment these leaders nurture. They recognize that each team member is a unique note, and together, they create a masterpiece. It's not a competition, it's a celebration of individuality. But it doesn't stop there. These leaders are like gardeners, ensuring their team members not only bloom but thrive. They provide the sunlight of opportunities and the fertilizer of professional growth. It's not just about doing a job, it's about cultivating careers. Now, why does all of this matter, especially in public administration? Well, think of it as the engine of a high-speed train. A cohesive and motivated team is what propels the train towards organizational excellence. It's not about individual achievements, it's about the collective journey towards making things work seamlessly for the greater good. So, in the world of effective leaders, it's not just about reaching organizational excellence, it's about making the journey enjoyable, meaningful, and inclusive. After all, it's not just about leading, it's about creating a team that leads together. Ethical leadership in public service. Think of ethical leadership in public service like being the guardian of the public's trust. It's a big responsibility because, as leaders, you're not just running the show, you are the stewards of the greater good. It's like being handed the keys to a community's trust, and it's your job to make sure you don't lose them. Imagine this. At the heart of ethical leadership are three key pillars: integrity, fairness, and accountability. These are the rock-solid foundations that hold up the bridge of public trust. If any of these pillars start to wobble, so does the trust people have in their leaders. It's like a three-legged stool. You take one away, and things get shaky. Now, the best leaders in public service aren't just talking the talk, they're walking the walk. It's not enough to say, hey, we're all about integrity and accountability. No, you've got to show it in everything you do. It's leading by example, setting the bar high, and making sure everyone else is on board. So, in the realm of public administration, effective leaders aren't just making decisions, they're making ethical decisions. They're not just managing resources, they're managing them with fairness and accountability. It's not a checkbox, it's a way of doing things, a commitment to the public trust. Imagine a captain steering a ship through unpredictable waters. That captain needs a moral compass, and that's what ethical leadership is, a reliable guide that keeps the ship, in this case, public administration, on course, no matter the storm. So, when it comes to leading in public service, think of ethics as your North Star. It guides your decisions, keeps you on track, and ensures you're always heading in the right direction for the people you serve. Innovative solutions for public challenges. Alright, imagine this, leaders in public administration aren't just sticking to the status quo, they're like trailblazers in a constantly evolving landscape. Instead of shying away from the challenges society throws at them, they roll up their sleeves and say, let's get creative. These leaders are all about innovation. It's not just a buzzword for them, it's a way of tackling the big, hairy problems that come with running a community. They're like the cool kids at the brainstorming party, throwing around ideas and encouraging everyone to think outside the box. But it's not just about having a light bulb moment. These leaders are tech savvy too. They're not afraid to harness the power of technology to make things better for the public. It's like they've got a superhero utility belt, but instead of gadgets, it's filled with innovative solutions. Now, imagine this, a leader who doesn't settle for the ordinary. They actively seek out those out-of-the-box solutions. It's like they've got a sixth sense for spotting what others might miss. They're not just making public services work, they're making them work better, smoother, and more efficiently. Why? Because embracing innovation is like giving these leaders a superpower, the agility to adapt. The world doesn't stand still, and neither do they. They're ready to pivot, tweak, and adjust, all with the goal of driving positive change in the community. So, in the world of public administration, it's not just about leading, it's about leading with a touch of innovation, a dash of creativity, and a commitment to making things better for everyone. It's leadership with a forward-thinking, problem-solving, and community-driven twist. Effective communication strategies. Let's break down the art of effective leadership in public administration. Imagine successful leaders as communication maestros, wielding strategies that go beyond just talking. They're orchestrating a symphony of engagement, trust building, and clear policy communication. So, think of them as the conductors of a grand orchestra, where their baton isn't just waving around, it's actively engaging stakeholders. Whether it's citizens, government officials, or anyone in between, these leaders make sure everyone's not just in the audience but part of the performance. They use diverse communication channels, not sticking to just one note. It's like having a whole ensemble of instruments, each playing its part to create a harmonious tune that resonates with the public. And trust, that's their main melody. Successful leaders know it's not just about delivering speeches, it's about inspiring trust. It's like composing a piece that people want to listen to, not because they have to but because they genuinely believe in the conductor and the music being played. This trust isn't earned overnight. It's a result of consistent, transparent, and honest communication. Now, let's talk about policies, the intricate notes in this symphony. Complex policies are like a challenging piece of music, and these leaders are skilled musicians turning complexity into clarity. They don't just throw jargon around, they translate policy language into a melody everyone can follow. It's about making sure the audience, the public, doesn't get lost in the intricacies but can appreciate the beauty and purpose of the composition. But here's the secret ingredient: active listening. It's not a one-way street. Imagine a conductor who listens to the feedback from each section of the orchestra. Leaders in public administration actively listen to what the public has to say, incorporating that feedback into the ongoing performance. It's not just talking at people, it's having a conversation. In a nutshell, these leaders are communication maestros, weaving together engagement, trust, and clarity. They don't just lead, they conduct a symphony of communication that resonates with the public and ensures everyone is on the same page, creating a harmonious relationship between leaders and the communities they serve. Fostering collaborative partnerships. Imagine leadership in public administration as a dynamic dance of collaboration. Effective leaders in this field aren't solo performers, they're more like conductors orchestrating a symphony of partnerships with government agencies, non-profits, and the private sector. It's a bit like assembling a dream team where everyone brings their unique strengths to the table. These leaders understand that tackling the intricate challenges our society faces requires more than just a single perspective. It's about weaving together the diverse expertise and resources from different corners, a true collaboration marathon. Think of it as a puzzle where each piece represents a different organization, and the leader is the maestro putting them together to create a comprehensive solution. This isn't just about getting along for the sake of it, it's about recognizing that the sum is greater than its parts. By building robust alliances, these leaders tap into a collective reservoir of knowledge and skills, creating a powerhouse for addressing complex issues. And why do they do this? Because they know that impactful public services aren't crafted in isolation. It's about pooling resources, sharing insights, and bringing varied perspectives to the table. This collaborative approach ensures that solutions are not only effective but also sustainable, making a real difference in the lives of the people they serve. So, effective leaders in public administration are like skillful architects of collaboration, weaving together partnerships that stand the test of time and leave a lasting impact on society. It's leadership that goes beyond the individual, embracing the strength of the collective for the greater good. Leadership development and training. Imagine investing in leadership development as planting the seeds for a flourishing garden of future leaders in public administration. It's like tending to a patch of potential, ensuring that it grows into a vibrant landscape of effective leadership. This isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Think of it this way, a thriving community needs capable leaders who can steer the ship through the ever-changing waters of public service. It's not just about today, it's about building a sustainable pipeline of leaders for tomorrow. That's where mentorship comes in, acting like seasoned gardeners, guiding the young sprouts toward maturity. Continuous learning becomes the sunlight and water for this garden. In the realm of public administration, staying on top of the game is non-negotiable. The landscape evolves, and so must our leaders. It's a commitment to growth, an acknowledgement that standing still is not an option. And then, there's the art of honing leadership skills, a bit like sculpting. You start with raw potential, and through training programs, you chisel away, shaping individuals into leaders capable of navigating the complexities of public service. It's not a one-time thing, it's an ongoing process, a commitment to excellence. So, when we talk about investing in leadership development, it's not just a transaction, it's an investment in the very fabric of effective governance. It's about ensuring that the garden of leadership is always vibrant, resilient, and ready to weather any storm that comes its way. After all, the strength of a community lies in the strength of its leaders. Championing inclusive governance. Imagine a great leader as the conductor of a symphony, and instead of just a few instruments, they've got a whole orchestra of diverse voices. That's the magic of inclusive governance. It's like making sure every instrument gets its moment to shine. Effective leaders aren't just making decisions behind closed doors, they're orchestrating a collaborative masterpiece. They champion inclusivity by actively seeking out and valuing different perspectives. It's not just about ticking boxes, it's about creating a space where everyone's voice is not only heard but embraced. Think of it as a cool party where everyone's invited, and not just invited to stand in the corner but to join the dance. Inclusive leaders set the stage for an environment where diversity isn't just acknowledged, but celebrated. They're like the architects of a house where every room feels like home to someone. Why does this matter? Well, it's not just about being politically correct. Inclusive governance builds trust among the members of the community. It's like saying, hey, your opinion matters here. We're all in this together. And when people feel heard and respected, that's when the real magic happens, social cohesion gets a power up. So, imagine a leader not just at the top, but right in the middle of the crowd, making sure every voice gets its chance to be part of the song. That's the kind of leadership that doesn't just make decisions. It creates a harmonious symphony of voices, fostering trust and weaving together the social fabric in a way that makes the entire community stronger. To wrap it up, being a great leader in public administration is like juggling a bunch of colorful balls. It's a mix of integrity, innovation, and a rock-solid commitment to serving the public. It's not your run-of-the-mill gig. It's a multi-layered, dynamic effort. So, imagine this, a great leader isn't just the one calling the shots, they're the ones doing it with a dash of integrity. It's like having a moral compass guiding every decision, keeping things on the up and up. But wait, there's more. Innovation is like the secret sauce, constantly thinking outside the box, coming up with fresh ideas, and making bureaucracy a tad more exciting. Now, here's the sweet spot. A leader in this arena is basically the community's superhero. How? By embracing ethical leadership like a superhero cape, fostering collaboration like a team-building wizard, and putting the community's needs front and center. It's not just about ticking boxes, it's about creating a positive ripple effect. When leaders champion ethical practices, when they're all about teamwork, and when they prioritize the community's wishes, that's when the real magic happens. It's like a recipe for awesome governance. Stir in some ethical vibes, sprinkle collaboration on top, and boom. You've got a leader who doesn't just talk the talk but walks the walk, driving positive change and making governance look good. So, in a nutshell, effective leadership in public administration is like being the maestro of a symphony, blending integrity, innovation, and a whole lot of community love. It's not just leadership, it's leadership with heart, soul, and a commitment to making the world a better place, one innovative and ethical decision at a time. Enjoyed our video lesson? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends and stay tuned for more exciting updates. Additionally, embark on a journey of self-improvement with our cutting-edge communication and interpersonal skill programs. Visit www.edamplify.com/membership and unlock the key to business skills for success. Thank you.